Story time. Who got the tea? Who got the tea? Yeah. Story time. Who got the tea? She got the tea. Yeah. Anything you need to know. Story time. Just tune into the show. Story time. Story time. Story time.
You want something different? Oh. Sorry about that. Had to pay dues. You get it.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Tori Talk. I am sitting here with Nen10doe.
How you guys doing?
How are you?
Outstanding. How about yourself?
I am doing good. Thank you so much for being on the show. I have been very interested, to sit down and talk to you. Because a funny story for you is that one of my very good friends, Daryl, was on Twitter. And he was like, yo, Tori, you gotta get this dude on your show. And I was like, what dude? And why didn't you get him on my show?
Oh, man.
And it was you. And I was like, well, what is the appeal? What's going on? He was like, he does nails. I was like, who does nails? He was like, Nen10doe does nails. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sitting down.
Appreciate you for having me.
Of course. So on the show, we start out with like 2 or 3 question casual games for like icebreakers, and we'll jump into your interview, okay? Okay, perfect. So, growing up, what would you say your favorite Nen10doe game was?
Super Mario World.
Why Super Mario World?
It's super
I think
long.
I can tell. Like, it's a lot of that on you.
It's super long. I really didn't get my dibs on playing that game first. A lot of the people that came before me were just like, no, you can't play yet. Then you just watch. And when I got my moment on that game, I never stopped playing it since. And it's super long too. Super many secrets and all of the codes, everything. But that was the epicenter of my childhood. That's where it all started for me, especially with my imagination and creativity, colors, everything all came from that game. So big homage to Nen10doe. Had to make sure I was on the right side. Big homage to Nen10doe.
Well, since you point out all those tattoos, roughly how many tattoos would you say that you have on you?
I've lost count.
Oh my goodness. Well, where does like the interest in tattoos and where did that come from?
My tattoos really are more. They're more. How can I put it? It's more off improv for me. Like take this for example. I got my baby picture here, and this was before I got brave enough to actually start putting tats on my face and things of that nature. This was the canvas for it all. So before I start marking my face, I put it here. But on top of this, I got outcasts. When we're doing nails, anything that I pretty much do, I'm always that black sheep. I'm always that purple cow in the situation. So I feel like that's stained on me. So if this could give you kind of like the genre base, I guess, if I'm explaining that correctly, the genre in which I was going for to keep this on chord, this is exactly what all my tattoos signify. Something original, but something at the same time that has to do with me. And it's a perfect explanation.
Okay, great. So we're gonna jump into your interview.
Let's get it.
So I would like to know about young Nen10doe because I feel as though we're gonna think that you had like a certain childhood or whatever, a situation that probably didn't happen. I just have this feeling. So talk to me about that. So how was young Nen10doe?
Intuitive, innovative, different. I wasn't a street-oriented guy. I was the guy when I tried to do my thing in the streets, they sent me back up the porch.
They kicked you out the street?
Yeah, it's not you, cuz you go back to the porch. And I still did what I could, but I didn't reach the success as many of the other street niggas that's out here. So that kind of forced me into my own lane, exile, outcast, with that mind frame. And I just took it from there. I took that ideology about my life, and I just took it the nerd route. I did video games. I was a heavy artist. Anything that symbolizes the epitome of a nerd, that was me growing up. You know what I mean? I had my days where I tried to be the hardest guy, but that shit ain't work out either. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So where did you grow up? Like, what did you do?
Here.
In school? Did you do any sports?
I grew up here. I swam. I tried out for the basketball team, and they made me the manager. They said that I didn't have it.
You were the manager?
Yeah, I didn't have it. But you know, it's crazy. It was those moments like that signified to me that my life was on a different path other than just doing what the norm was. I was always put in roles where I was able to govern, I was able to barter, I was able to do things that the normal guys weren't able to do. And that was me able to seeing a blessing in disguise for those situations. So yeah, I wasn't your star athlete ever. No, I was a swimmer though. Shout out to Carlson High School, shout out to Wilson High School, Roosevelt, Temple Hill Swim Club. I was a swimmer. That was my thing. That was my niche. Nobody knew it, but I got glory doing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, nice. So you talked about high school. So what were you doing at high school? Like before, obviously we're gonna jump into you, like what you do now. But like, what did you think that you were gonna be doing when you were in high school? What was like your dream?
In high school, I wanted to be one of those beta game testers.
Oh, really?
Those guys, yeah. So I really wasn't a full-fledged nerd. I was just kind of like becoming that nerd, and they didn't even accept me then. But I would walk past the computer lab, and they would be in there doing the beta testing, playing games that weren't even out yet on old operating systems that couldn't even probably produce those graphics. Wait, what? I don't know how these guys. That's what comes with being a beta tester.
I'm like, how did they? I thought they were beta, but how did they get them in school?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But see, the thing was, it would be one individual that had the connection to, I guess, to the company or what have you. He would get it and just spread it amongst, amongst thieves. I just happened to be walking past the computer lab one day, and they just accepted me in because I accepted them for what they was. I didn't exploit them or take their knowledge and take it somewhere else or do anything. And they accepted me as a full-blown nerd, and that's what came with me. You know what I mean? From hanging around those individuals, instead of wanting to be a brain surgeon and a lawyer and stuff, I wanted to be a computer programmer. I wanted to be a network engineer. That's where the Windows tech came from. I paid my dues to my love for tech, but it's about nails.
You got all types of branding over you right now. You know, that's Honda?
Yes. You guys can't see it, but it's parked over there. You guys know what's up with me and my Honda, but it was my first car, it's my only car, and it's a big symbol of success to me, and it always reminds me of my come up. You know what I mean? I don't care how much money I get. That car's coming with me. Always at Grammys or wherever, that car's coming with me. You know? So yeah.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So you're out of high school now. So what ended up happening with you after high school? So you clearly did not become a beta tester. So what did you end up doing after school?
I tried to go in the Navy.
Okay.
I made it in the Navy. I had the lowest.
Because you are a swimmer.
No. But I had the lowest score. I started off as a cook, and I tried to work my way over to the IT side from becoming a cook, the Scarface method. You know what I mean? And it worked out for me. I did 3.5 years, and I had a real bad addiction to synthetic marijuana, K2, and that caught up with me. And eventually, that got me kicked out the Navy. From there, I was on my ass, didn't have no money. They took my benefits, no health care. I had nothing. You know what I mean? Just out on my ass from there. I worked plenty of other jobs till I got back on my feet, but it was hard. You know what I mean? It was hard, and the only thing that saved me, honestly, with me not being a street nigga, was my clean record. You know what I mean? Wherever I went, even though I didn't have that experience, it still allowed them to say, you know what, I'm gonna give him a chance because he hasn't taken any chances on crime. He hasn't done anything that's gonna make him not marketable. I didn't have a face test then, so it was a lot easier then. But yeah, from there, I got a lot of good tech jobs. I stayed with my niche, but I was getting high off YouTube. I was seeing those, get out of the rat race videos by Robert Kiyosaki. I was reading a lot of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I was looking at a lot of Gary Vee, and a lot of these insightful, talks that I was hearing was driving me from my 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, you might not have the $1 million idea, but you are out of the rat race. Anything that you can do is in your hands. It's on your time. Father time waits for nobody, and I learned that from quitting my job. Now that I have so much more time on my hands, my mind isn't structured around wake up, do this, and I have this little bit of time to try to do me. No, once I quit my job, I had all of this time, and I needed to have the discipline to say, this is how I'm gonna do this, and this is where I'm gonna feed my time here, and I can actually travel and go network here. As long as I'm able to account for this stuff, this country will give you your money back. You know what I mean? So I don't never want nobody to think, you know, I jumped in just doing business, just, you know, with this hope and this dream. No, I jumped in with the numbers correct. You know what I mean? I jumped in knowing that these are the risks, this is how this works, and this is how money works. Money isn't this tool that we have that we just buy what we need. It gives us options. I hope that she doesn't cut out what we just did, but that goes to show how a face card and reputation works for business. Where we are, obviously we can't be here, but let's rub a palm or two. And now we can get the most organic interview that we have. You know what I mean? That type of thing comes with money. That type of thing's coming with knowing your options or how to work money. You know what I mean? If I blow my money on my appearance, I appear like I got it, but when it's time for me to pay a due, we gotta get all this shit up and we gotta move. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, so that, like, all what you said, like, makes so much sense to me. And I want to know now, like, with all that going on and, like, your thought process, like, how did this whole thing with, like, the Twitter thing happen? Like, how did my friend end up finding out who you are? Because, like you were saying, like, it can really only take, like, one kind of second or one type of moment to promote yourself and change yourself. So how did this happen for you?
I cheated the algorithm.
Tell me how to cheat.
I really don't believe in Twitter. I'm an extrovert, so I'm all for hearing me. You know what I mean? Twitter is more of a hearing me type of place, but you have to be introverted to think correctly, to give something to somebody where everyone interprets it the same way or enough to still give you positive feedback. Perception is reality. So trying to trick that in the algorithm for Twitter is very tricky. What I did was, somebody said, post that video of you time lapse of you doing nails. I was in a situation where I was damn near tired. Like that situation, I was not giving it my all. And a person was just being funny and they time lapsed me doing nails. When we looked at the video, it was like, wow, like you're really a black man doing nails confidently. And then homie was like, post it on Twitter. I was like, you don't post it on the gram? He said, no, post it on Twitter. You know what I mean? This is somewhere where posting a video or a picture, it better be serious. Other than that, they're like, pick it up. We're talking here. Like, send that to Instagram. Every application has its purpose. But I tricked the algorithm. I gave them a twit video, not a twit pic. I gave them a video, and it was a lot. It became a discussion. It became a discussion about my character. It became a discussion about my sexual preference. It became a discussion about me just as a guy and what I'm doing in life. There was a lot of different perceptions in one place, and that social playground was Twitter. You know what I mean? Twitter took it and went 9 different ways with it, where Instagram was like, okay, why didn't he send a picture to us first? You know what I mean? Once they got it, that community took over with it, and now we're sitting here to this day. That particular move, that move, right? I was already had my business, LLC, job quit, everything. This is how I want you guys to start thinking. Being prepared for these moments where your business will go from here to here in a matter of seconds. And are you prepared for it? I was prepared for it. Once it hit, I already had my face branded, 10, whatever. Now it's time for merch. Now it's time for making sure your product is legit. Where's your license? People are going to check you for this. They're going to roast you for this. You're on a platform now where now you're looked at under a slight microscope where they want to know, is it legit? So once that happened, it put me on track to saying, this is what we're going to do for life. And that's where the nail brush on the face came. I wanted to be marked. I wanted to be branded. I wanted to be just known for this. Just like Disco Dan's known for tagging shit and whatever he's made from that, but he's known for that. He didn't go the same route as everybody else. Everybody wants to be that guy for that thing, but the consequences for that are the same. In this lane, there are no consequences. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I would project anyone to come in this lane, but that's how it happened on Twitter. That's where it happened on Twitter. I tried to get a Twitter tattoo, but it faded away. But thank you, Twitter. You know what I mean? If it was not for you, your platform, and your followers, I would not be noticed. You know what I mean? So I at least wanted to put that out there.
So I think you touched on something interesting. You said that it's been a lot of like talk about like, you know, your sexuality or the fact that you're a black man or whatever doing this. How would you say that? Is that like a deterrent for your business, or that is something that you feel like has kind of gave you like a little niche where people are coming to you because of the fact that you're a black man?
The black male part, that's an anomaly. We could go ahead and throw that shit away. it's now become more about my character now. You know what I mean? There's been times where I apologize for all of these situations where I've had 50 billion things going on, and I've made all these promises, but I haven't been able to deliver. Like, I'll be in an appointment, say I'm there in 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm thinking this is going to take long, but it took longer than usual. And I've lost clientele, I've lost people's perspective and believing in me, but that's me understanding as a businessman that you're not Superman. You know what I mean? So, it's just like 50 billion things going on at one time with that. And I just wanted someone out there that's already marinating on what I just said. I just wanted you to just go ahead and just sit on that one for a minute. You know what I mean? And
I think that's true. I think like whenever you're running a business, whenever you're doing anything, like people forget, especially when you're a person who's doing it by yourself and you don't have like a giant team, there is some things you're gonna have to be able to say no to. But like when you're a person who cares about, I think like your clientele and what you want to bring, of course you want to get to do everything. You want to be every super person for everybody, but sometimes you just kind of can't. So kind of touching on that, would you say that's been like something that you found like the most like a challenge for you with your business is like, you know, trying to keep up with now this new influx of clientele, or like promises, or what would you say like the most challenging thing is?
the most challenging thing is I'm a Pisces, so it's hard to hop out of that dream world of pleasing everybody. You know what I mean? That's what my creed in life is about. You know what I mean? So if I'm in a occupation of service and it's in demand, I want to make sure that I'm able to service that. So I be tending to fall out of thinking like, bro, like you can't do 100 people today. You gotta get your skill up to do that. Right now, you can only do 2. You know what I mean? But me, I'm just so like, so that's the hardest thing, is realizing that there's a reality with this. You can have 80, that's what an unstoppable force means, an unmovable object. The understanding of knowing that you can't do it all, and you have to be patient, and you have to pace yourself, because you'll burn out. You know what I mean? I'm moving too fast, I fuck around, catch a fungus, or get someone else a fungus, and my reputation is tethered before I'm even getting the glory. You know what I mean? So take your time. You know what I mean? So the extra mile that I have been taking on people, it's been in my benefit, but it's more of an investment for my ROI years down the line. Where somebody was like, I remember when he first started, and he was already taking that long on my cuticle. Now he can go faster, but he still want to take that time on my cuticle like that. I'm going back to him. You know what I mean? So it's a slow grind. You know what I mean? If that answers the question. But
yeah. So what would you say like has been like the most successful part, like the most trying for you? Because I get the challenges. So what has been like the thing that's making it like, you know what, Nen10doe, I'm gonna keep doing this? Like,
when I have homosexual males come to me and get a service, they could get a pedicure, manicure, and they respect me. You know what I mean? I've never had, you know, even in my DMs, none of that. They've kept that, and I don't mean to say they to separate, but I have to. You know what I mean? That's just not my lifestyle. But I respect the fact that that's not what it was about. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got this guy here doing this woo-woo. They kept it business. You know what I mean? They understand that I respect them, they respect me. And then there is a bridging gap for 2 different social circles. Black men don't have to be scared around, you know, homosexual males. If they cough, it's not, oh, I got it now. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Something as small as doing nails is working towards that understanding. So it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's way bigger than me. So that's the biggest thank you I can say. You know what I mean? I hope that it continues to be respected like that, because I am a heterosexual male. But yeah, like that, it blows my mind. You know what I mean? It blows my mind, because you would hear stories with barbers or tattoo artists who engaged, you know, with that social circle, and it wasn't pleasant. You know what I mean? And then I have that, I just want to thank you guys. You know what I mean? It means you respect me as a man, and I'll continue to respect you for, you know, for you. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So that brings me to like a question that I had. So like I put something out, and I was asking people like they wanted to ask you anything or what question they had to you. And one of the questions is like, have you found that you have more clients seeming like they're trying to interact with you or interact with your nails?
Both. And I say that.
How does that work in a professional setting for you? If you're trying to do nails?
Because once you've gotten beyond the fact that I might be attractive, you start focusing on the fact that you gotta walk out with this shit on your hands. You know what I mean? And when I'm doing certain things, when I'm molding and things, that starts to fascinate them, and that starts to, not to say them as in that way, but that tends to fascinate them in a sense where it's like, this nigga really got my apex looking like, yeah, my cuticles are healthy, like he cute and all that, but he's serious, he's a doctor with it, you know what I mean? Once that, you have these two, you got unstoppable force, unmovable object, they don't go anywhere. Yeah. So that's where it's like, yeah, you can think I'm sexy all day or whatever, but that don't mean you going, you know, especially if your nails ain't, you cute and everything, but you fucked up my nails and you asked for 35.
Yeah, you still have
like,
to pay for this.
Exactly. And I'm charging for stones and all of that. Like, man, I'm shout out to Shantae, sorry. Shout out to Shantae School of Nails. This is the only individual that's seen it for what it is 5 years down the line, and that's something that's for right now. And I'm in school. I graduated in 3.5 weeks.
Oh, congratulations!
Let's go. Nail license on deck. It's that serious. You know what I mean? Because I've been doing this for 7.5 months, and I can only imagine what people are really saying. Like, this nigga out here doing nails with no license. He gonna hurt somebody gonna sue him. Like, you never know who's really rooting for a demise to say, I told you so. You know what I mean? So, from this interview on, and when it gets posted, by the time I repost it, but I'm refraining from taking appointments. You know what I mean? I would rather it be a house call so that it's a practice session, and if you feel that you want to tip, then we go that route. But other than that, I'm just out here doing nails for free. You feel me? But I'll get mine on the back end. You know what I mean? Because each time I finish a nail, I look at that as a body. And that's why I take a picture and I post it. Because it's easy for somebody to say, I done been doing texts and I've been doing nails or this. Check my gram. I think that body count going up. If it's ugly, if it's messed up, if it's me, anything, if it deals with nails, it goes on that page. So that somebody can be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take him serious. Because when that nail salon open up, it's gonna be bigger than a nail salon. You know what I mean? It's bigger than come get your nails done. It's gonna be monumental. It's gonna be somewhere when you come to DC, I need to go get me a Ben's chili bowl, and I need to, walk U Street, but I need to go take a picture in front of Nintendo. I need to go get that $2 manicure that he got going on for this deal. You know what I mean? Because I'm the guy that was doing $10 full sets, and I was still paying my bills off of it. And that's only because I had a sense of faith of knowing that if I can't fail, but so, like, come on. You know what I mean? I'm too young, I'm too healthy, and I'm too in. If I'm homeless, you think I'm gonna be out here on drugs? No, I'm gonna just be homeless and just smart. Like, I ain't got it. You think somebody gonna leave me out there that long? No. So I'm ready to fall that low, and I'm ready to put my trust in that. Like, no. My glow shines that hard, and that's how I want you guys to go about your business. You know what I mean? You can't fail if you already know how the success is gonna be. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know, I don't get on camera that much, but I just want to minister to people, and I be wanting people to be able, if I die today or tomorrow, they can take this and replay it over and over and over again, because it's somebody out here that's not getting this encouragement. It's somebody out here that's not having these conversations. They're surrounded around ignorance, and they wonder why their mind is the way it is, where this depression and all this is coming from. You know what I mean? So sit down and replay this interview and let's talk about business. If you don't want to do nails, find something that's different. You know what I mean? Find something that's going to take you in a total different route where you don't got to do that. You feel me? So, yeah.
So the last question I have for you, like you mentioned something about like opening a salon. So for you, I'm very happy to hear that you're getting your license and getting all that taken care of, so you won't have to worry about none of that foods anymore. So for like the rest of 2019, 2020, whatever going forward, what can we expect to see from Nen10doe? What are you putting in place?
Consistency with nails. Shout out to Not Polish. I'm not saying that I'm sponsored by them, but my mentor told me if a company sends you a product in that amount for free and they're watching, you know what I mean? It's something you've done that's entrusted them to say, you can have this, do something spectacular with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I feel like I'm sponsored by Not Polish. And with that particular acrylic system is a 2-in-1 dip. I can do SNS. That's not SNS, it's a brand, but I can do the dip and I can do the acrylic application with this one product. So it makes me a triple threat. If I take that and I do right by it, then I'm known for that. I don't really know too many people in this city that uses that polish. You know what I mean? Because you can only get it from the West Coast. So with that, it puts me at an advantage in the nail game to not just be the black man doing nails, but the black man that's doing nails with this acrylic. Women will only come back because, girl, like, and I can guarantee 3.5 weeks on your field. 3.5 weeks you coming back to me, and you like, I don't need that much. You know what I mean? And I guarantee a stone not gonna fall off. The way that this acrylic bonds with the adhesive that I use to keep that stuff together is amazing. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it like that. So for the rest of the year, you're gonna see consistency. You're gonna see more brands starting to, you know, entrust giving samples of their brand and see what we can do for people to see what I can do with it. You know what I mean? So that's what you're gonna see for 2014 and growth.
14.
Oh, sorry.
Boy, what do you think this is? 2019 to 2020. All right.
Also,
good to hear. Nen10doe, thank you so much for taking the time and sitting down with me. Thank you guys for checking in. I'm so glad you got to hear what this man said. I hope you guys take it all very seriously and use all of that to move whatever you want to do forward. Same thing, hopefully my show is giving you that same type of thing. I would like to say thank you again, and until next time.
Story time. Who got the tea? Who got the tea? Yeah.